Hello everyone, welcome to the online tutorial for Vidya Higher Secondary School. Today my topic is the worksheet for class 10 biology. I've completed in my previous video the worksheet from the first chapter, that is the second chapter, that is the continuity of life. Today I'll start with the worksheet portion, that is the MCQ portion from the worksheet of the third chapter, which is named as heredity and common genetic diseases. So let's not waste our time. Let's get started with the MCQ portions of the chapter. So heredity and common genetic diseases. First question is, first MCQ is, the term genetics was coined by whom? It is coined by Bateson. Okay. Number 2, who is the father of the modern genetics? It is Mendel. We all know that the father of the modern genetics is Gregor Johann Mendel. Number 3, a monohybrid cross is the one in which the answer will be option C, which states that a single pair of contrasting character is involved. We always know that monohybrid, the word mono means one. Hybrid means we are making hybrid, or we are actually crossing the two organisms. Okay, with different genotypes, the two organisms which are having two different genotypes, we are actually crossing them and thus we are getting a result. That process is known as hybridization, and the organisms which are formed from that process is called hybrid organisms or simply hybrid. So in monohybrid cross, only one character is considered or is taken. That is why it is termed as monohybrid, and that is why the answer will be option C. A single pair of contrasting character is involved. Number 4, if we make a cross between a white guinea pig and a black guinea pig, where black is the dominant and where white is the recessive, then what will be the character of the next generation? This we will see in our board. Okay. So it states that a black guinea pig, we are making a cross between a black guinea pig and a white guinea pig, where black is the dominant character and white is the recessive character. Understood? So what will be the character in the next generation? What will be next generation? That is in the F1 generation. So this is P generation. We are getting gametes. So these are the gametes. So in the next generation, that is in the F1 generation, what will be the character? This is the genotype. So it is it pure black or pure white? No, it is actually a hybrid black. So in the next generation, what will be the character we will be getting? That is the hybrid black, option C. Number 5, what will be the character of F1 generation if we cross between a pure tall and a pure dwarf plant? Similarly, like this, pure tall and pure dwarf. Got it? This is again P generation. Right now the gametes are coming out. Now in the F1 generation, what will happen? They will actually intercross. So we are getting hybrid tall plants. In the F1 generation, we will be getting hybrid tall plants. The option will be A. 5A is the answer. Number 6. How many types of offsprings do we get if we cross between two hybrid black guinea pigs? That means how many types or how many types of genotypes we are getting. Okay, if we are crossing two hybrid black guinea pig, can you see? This is the hybrid genotype. We all know that this is the hybrid genotype. Now we are doing it. So gametes, what are the gametes that we can get? So these are the gametes. Okay. Now if I'll do the checkerboard, capital B, small b. Again over here, capital B, small b. So capital B, capital B, capital B, small b, capital B, small b, small b, small b. So how many genotypes you are getting? This is one pure black. These are hybrid black and this is pure white. So yeah, we are getting 3 genotypes. Pure black, hybrid black, pure white. Got it? So the answer will be 3. Okay. Option A. Number 7. If we cross between 2 hybrid tall plants, okay, then how many type of genotypes we will get in F1 generation? It is talking about the F1 generation. Okay. So 2 hybrid tall plants. So 2 hybrid tall plants we are crossing, right? So in the F1 generation, what we will get? These are the gametes. It is forming. This is P generation. These are gametes. It's again coming out. So first of all, this T will be crossed with this one. So capital T, capital T. Got my point? Small t crossed with small t. So what we are getting? Small t, small t. Again this small t be crossed with this capital T. So what we are getting? Capital T, small t. So we are getting 3 types of genotype in the F1 generation. Got my point? In the F1 generation only we are getting 3 type of genotypes. Okay? So answer is 3. Got it? Next. Number 8. Hybrid plants contain. The answer will be C. One dominant hybrid. See, this is the hybrid. So hybrid plants containing one dominant character, one recessive character. So the answer will be C. Number 9. Contrasting pairs of different characters having same locus in the homologous chromosomes are called, option A, alleles. Alleles are the homologous chromosomes that are residing in one place. Okay, single place of the chromosome. Next, number 10. How many % of hybrid tall plants do we get in F1 generation if pure dwarf is crossed with hybrid tall plants? Let's see this one. So pure dwarf crossed with hybrid tall plant. So this is the P generation we know. Crossed with the pure dwarf. Got it? Now what is being telling that what is the percentage we are getting, percentage of hybrid tall plants we get in the F1 generation. Okay. So these are the gametes coming out. Capital T, small t, and there is only one gamete. One type of gamete will come out. So this capital T will cross with this small t. This small t will cross with this small t. So how many % of hybrid tall plant we are getting in the F1 generation? See, 50%. Got my point? So 50% is the answer. Number 11. The monohybrid genotype ratio 1:2:1 in F2 generation indicates what? Which law? Segregation. And law of independent assortment comes from the dihybrid cross. Okay. So answer of 11 is segregation. That is number A. Who coined the term gene? Johansson. Genetics is Bergson. Gene is Johansson. Got it? Number 13. From the following options, choose the correct one to denote a normal male. So what is the chromosomal setup of a normal male? Is 44 autosomes plus XY, right? So this is the normal chromosomal setup of a normal male. So the answer of 13 is number C. Got my point? 44A plus XY. Number 14. The pea plants produced from the seeds obtained from a cross between a hybrid tall and pure dwarf pea plants will be, let's see this one. So let's see this one. This is P generation. Gametes will come out. Intercrossing of the gametes. forming F1 generation. In order to get the F2 generation, what do you have to do? You have to do the checkerboard. Capital T, small t, small t, small t. Okay, so capital T, small t, small t, small t. Coming capital T, small t, small t, small t. Okay, so this is the about. So how many tall plants or how many dwarf plants we are getting? 50% tall, hybrid tall, and 50% pure dwarf. But in the option it's all about tall. So number A will be the answer. 50% tall we are getting. Okay. So the next one. This is number 14 is done. 15. Which of the following traits in the pea plant is recessive? The wrinkled seed. See, the round one is the dominant one. Wrinkled is only the recessive one. Yellow, purple, axial, all these are dominant one. So only the wrinkled seed is the recessive one. Next, how many types of gametes are formed from pea plant having genotype YYRR? So how many gametes forming? Capital Y, small y, capital R, small r. So generally 4 types of gametes are forming from it. Capital Y, capital R, capital Y, small r. Small y, capital R, small y, small r. So 4 types of gametes are forming. So answer is B, option B, 4. Number 17. The probability of hemophilic girl children born to a hemophilic carrier mother and a normal father is. So hemophilic carrier mother. So XHX, the genotype of the carrier mother, married to normal father. Now what is being said that hemophilic girl children. In order to have the hemophilic girl children, what do we need? We need the girl, both the eggs should be affected. But from here we can see that mother is having affected gene but father is normal. Okay. Now if I'm considering this, that this abnormal gene will pass on to the daughter. Okay. But there is no abnormal gene in the father. So the other eggs cannot be defected. If the other X is not defected, then how can the girl become a hemophilic? She can be a carrier or cannot be a carrier. If mother does not give this X, if this X of the mother is being passed on to the daughter, then she will be normal. If the defective X chromosome is going to the daughter, then also she will not become the hemophilic child. She can become a carrier to the hemophilia. So, the answer of this question, that the probability of hemophilic girl children born to a hemophilic carrier mother and a normal father is 0%. Because they cannot produce a hemophilic girl child. They can produce a carrier girl child, but not a hemophilic girl child. Got my point? But they can produce a hemophilic son. Okay. So this will be the 0%. So I am keeping my video till this much for today. In my next video I will go on or move on with the next parts of the worksheet. Thank you.